Well, hello and welcome YouTube. Brandon Robinson back here with yet another entry in my Super Mega Baseball 2 season for my San Mateo Bearcats softball team. They're a team from 2016, of which I coached. They were a varsity high school softball team. They were tremendous. They are playing tremendously. We had our woes the last few games. We took 2 losses in the last 3 games. We got shellacked the last game. And let's go and look at the splash screen right now. I'm actually going to have you pay attention to the bottom right here where it shows my ego settings. Ego is basically a way of saying difficulty. The higher the number, the larger the difficulty. The max you can do is 99. I have that for base running. And for, I think this was defense. Not really sure what changes for the base running when it comes to it. But that's okay. Maybe just make stealing harder or something. I'm not sure. The controls don't necessarily get harder. Defense, I understand. Maybe the throwing meter is harder to throw with. Maybe you have a few more errors. I don't know. But I had hitting and pitching both at 95 for the last couple of games. And it kind of concerned me for my team that should be pretty special. And they ended up looking very regular and very beatable. So I went back down to 92. We'll see if that normalizes a little bit. Look, I had a team that was 19-7 when we played, and we actually could have even gotten a lot more if it weren't for me. So this particular team should be very good, but I'm going to have my ego settings right now at 92 for hitting and pitching, and we'll see how we do. Now, Kylie has been phenomenal for me, and she is starting this game. She is 3-0 with a 1.13 ERA and .96 whip. That is tremendous stuff. She is looking to be pitcher of the year, I'm sure, when it comes to it. Not very many strikeouts in this game overall, and she's not a strikeout pitcher, so I'm not concerned about that. All the other numbers are good. We're facing the Platypi, who are contact specialists, and that doesn't just mean not striking out, it means being successful hitters. Their contact is very high, even higher than us. I think this is a good matchup for Kylie, to see kind of what kind of pitcher she's going to be in this kind of scenario here. The rest of them look pretty good there, not a great bullpen and not big power hitters, but as you know, when a player's hot and when you make a mistake, those things can happen. Kylie's been very good at not making mistakes though, and kind of staying out of the zone and having them and baiting them into hitting the pitches. Now the Platypi are in our division. If we look at the standings here, we are actually 10-3. We are 2 games back of the Overdogs, and it actually took me until my last video that I edited for the Overdogs to find out that the Overdogs just, you know, it's like the Underdogs. I don't know how I did not come up with this stuff, or how I did not notice this. It's kind of, I'm slow. Overdogs like the Underdogs, but they're Overdogs. They're a great team. I consider them my division rival. Their run differential is 10 runs more than us as well, and that had to do with them beating us and all that jazz, and us being killed our last game. So I hope we can do well here. We are halfway through the season, 13 games out of 26. This is game number 14. We're going to play the 5-7 Platypi. Again, it's a division matchup, and I'm very excited to start this one. So going into the next game here, this is a home game for us. This is a game where Taylor needs to rest on the bench here. She played, I think, 4 games in a row, so she will be out, which means I need another leadoff hitter. Be a nice game to have Julia back in. I think Morella started the last game, so it's a Julia game this time. And I don't know yet what else. I think I'm probably going to lead off Kendall. I don't think I've let her off yet. I would lead off Jada, but I think I need to put her in an area where she'll be more successful. Actually, let me go back for a quick second. I want to see who we're facing. Ace Von Acesen, who is very good. He's very good. Don't let the 1-2 record fool you. They probably played tough teams. Maybe he didn't get much run support. 3.20 ERA is nothing to laugh at. It's nothing to look past there. So it looks like he's probably a pretty good pitcher, and he might be their ace if it's Ace Von Acesen. All right, so going back here, Kendall leading off. And let's see, Kylie's pitching. I can get here. I'm trying to bat her 2, actually. I'm going to keep trying the bunt scenario and see if that can actually work in my favor at some point. Monet gets to come back in the starting lineup there. She got a game off of rest. I'm actually going to have her catch this game, and Raya will catch the next game thereafter. Monet hit a shot a couple games ago, and Raya hit 2 home runs the last game, so I'm really looking for them to do big damage at 4 and 5 in this particular game. Callista, Dulce, POTUS, let's see, Gabby homered, I think the last, one of these recent games, I think 2 games ago here. And, yeah, still trying to determine who I want to put in where. Dulce, is Dulce still hot? Are we still writing her hot? No, not anymore. Oh no, she was actually in tense situations. I actually couldn't start her in all good faith. I think this is a game where I can actually start her, so I will. And in that case, I'll go ahead and start Callista as well. So let's just rearrange some things here. Put Callista down at the bottom. And then swap. It's looking good. Not really having a 9-hitter here that I mean, it's fine to have Callista. I like a second leadoff though. Callista has some speed. I think I can go with this. So I'm gonna go with that. Let's look at our bullpen as well. Bob is still not yet on the fully healthy scale, though he can pitch. And Brandon's on the downslide here. Let's see what he's looking like. I can't right now. So I'll take a look at it later. Lineup's looking good. Go ahead and get started. Again, it is a home game. I don't really have much else to say. So we are 10-3. Again, we lost 2 of our last 3 here. Lowering the ego down to 92, I think is going to help me in the long run. The difficulty, especially for hitting against the fast pitchers, because it seemed like I was only playing guessing games. Look, I don't mind if I score 12 runs and such, and I don't mind if they do as well. It's just the nature of the beast for this particular game, like for this title, for Super Mega Baseball 2. You are going to see your hits. Now, I had a 2-1 ball game, or 3-2 ball game, or something like that. That was pretty interesting. You don't have a lot of those. Kitty Kaufman is going to lead off for them. Doesn't look very hot or anything. Batting .220, no home runs, an RBI. And, Kylie, let's start by pitching her backwards, shall we? Let's not have her see the fastball to start. They'd be expecting that. Just like that right there. She has so many junk pitches to work with. It is just the best thing to have in your arsenal. And I really want to get that forkball hot. Let's see, there we go. I really want the drop ball. Again, I want to think in terms of softball pitches. That's why I gave them these pitches. That's why I didn't give any pitchers a curveball, for example, because you can't throw a baseball-like curveball in softball. All right, who's that, Callista? Way to be, kid. So 2 down. Kylie threw, Beefcake McStevens. And he's got the Irish beard going. This is great. So he is a power hitter. He is on fire. He's one of the guys you got to be careful with. Don't have to come in the zone here. I likely won't, at least not unless I really, really have to. There we go. I still don't have to go in the zone. Chase outside. Great job, Kylie. I mean, I don't know what else to say with her. And I don't know. They seem to take the bait. If you've noticed the other games that I've played, when I pitch with Jody, Emily, Izzy, Brandon, Tony, anyone like that, it seems like they don't take the bait. They don't offer at pitches outside the zone because their junk isn't quite as high as in the movement of their pitches. I guess it's just not as deceitful. So, I don't know, just I guess take that as you will. It's just unfortunate. Okay, Ace is a lefty with a sidearm slot. I don't get to see much of those. Purple unis. Well, I don't know if they're purple, but the Platypi purple. That's what I'll call it. I haven't had Kendall lead off yet, I don't think, at least in this. Maybe I did in the first 4 games that I was playing over a year ago. But I haven't played this game in well over a year up until these recent games that you've been seeing me play. This is such a fun game to play. I really hope that if you guys have a PlayStation 4 or Xbox or PC or Nintendo Switch, whatever it is, you owe it to yourself to try the 3rd title that comes out. And I still don't know what I'll be doing season-wise with that kind of title. I don't know if I'll be recreating another softball team, one of my baseball teams, make MLB teams. I discussed all this in my first video. Oh, go to 3rd. This is a mistake. Don't go to 3rd. She's got an arm. I discussed all of this in my very first video on this playlist. Kind of have a hiccup thing going here. Don't hit into a double play. That's all that I ask. And, I decided to do the softball route because you can actually make females on this. You can actually make females in this game. And that's something unlike most baseball games, and they don't make softball games really ever. I'd love to see a softball game developed, College World Series, something like that. It'd be incredible. I don't know how they'd account for all the swings and misses that happen in softball. It might not be a very fun game to play unless you make it not quite so realistic. Can of corn. Alright, so 0-0 after the first inning there. But anyway, yeah, so I really wanted to do the softball team. It was one Muffin Studwick. Oh, Willie Bacon. Was really excited to do this with this team here. And I will be for the future. So I might recreate another softball team. I might do this softball team again, especially since they'll have the designated hitter. We'll see if you can only do it for pitchers. I won't be quite as excited there. I think they said something about pitchers being able to play other positions, though. I don't know if it's relievers or if it's position players being able to pitch. I don't yet know. But the roster size, I believe, is supposed to be the same. The customization might be a little different. Maybe I can make different faces and hairstyles for the girls, different batting stances and walk-up music and accessories. Let's go to 2. Let's try 1. Ooh, almost. His mojo went down. I wonder if it goes down on the fly. And mojo basically means how your attributes change. And if your mojo goes down, your attributes will lessen. So I wonder if on the fly, he actually got slower going to first. And if he didn't, I wonder if him getting slower would have actually meant a double play there. Kylie's going great. 2 strikes. Stay out of the zone. Go the direction you haven't gone yet. And let's turn 2. Oh, Kylie's unbelievable. Better yet, it helps her hitting. You saw her get a base hit there, too. It's just going to help her hitting, too. Not a big power hitter, so I'm not considering home run, whatever. But I think she's going to be just fine just being successful. And Gabby, what can I say about Gabby right now? I think she batted about 400 on the regular season. No, it was like, not 400. I think it was like 340. She was a senior that year. I don't know if she played on varsity or JV the year before. I don't really know much about the team the year prior, or who were seniors, or who was pitching, or anything like that. But I had 8 seniors on this team. Dulce was one of them as well. And, yeah, Gabby being a senior, I didn't cut any seniors because they didn't have any chance to play anywhere else. And the way that I said it was I didn't actually have to cut anybody. Anyone who didn't play for my team, I elected to go down to JV, if that makes sense. So only JV could cut people. I don't think they did. Some players eventually quit or something after whatever. I forget if that was the year. I don't think the JV team disbanded. There was 1 year afterwards. Look, she's black with red hair. Linda Hand. Lend a hand? Can I lend a hand? So I don't know. The JV team wasn't too successful in general, and my seniors were actually pretty prominent players, and they also understood their role. And what was kind of, by seniors, I mean just the leading seniors on the team were really Taylor, Paige, Jody, Raisa. Ooh, the bunt. This is their shortstop. Maybe a little hit and run right now on a... Oh, it's a 2-0 count, not 1-1. Ooh, that's in play. Kylie, take it yourself, kid. Unconventional for pitchers, but I couldn't not control her. And then Morella. So Paige, Taylor, Raisa, Jody, and Morella were the kind of protege starters, prototypical starters. Ooh, I'm surprised that was a strike. Let's try that again. And then Dulce, Gabby, and Callista were kind of role players. Ooh, only 2 outs. I thought that was 3. They were kind of role players in a way. I found spots for them to really prosper. One of them is really with that, like I was talking about, the designated hitter thing. Stealing. Let's go. The designated player and the flex was really a nice opportunity to find places to play players where I don't necessarily have to fill up the entire role for them. They can just play defense and have someone hit for them. They can hit for someone and have someone play defense for them. And that's something that I really like to use because it's like I got to play 10 players at a time, and 11 if I counted, or 12 if I counted courtesy runners, people off the bench running for pitcher and catcher. They probably didn't see it that way, but as long as they had an opportunity to get into the game, I really liked to do that. Ah, nice cluster. And, there's Beefcake McStevens. And, yeah, so with Gabby, though, she was actually really successful. She didn't love base running. I'm trying to think. It was one way or the other. She either really, I think she didn't love base running, but she was good at it, or the other way around. She loved base running, she wasn't good at it. Something like that. I couldn't remember which. I think it was she loved base running, but she didn't want to dive, or something. Like she didn't want to steal or whatever it was. And I'm not trying to call her out. I'm just saying that it was something where it's like, well, I mean, I just mentioned Kylie can't home run. That's not a home run. Kylie's got warning track power. Look at that. All right, 0-0 ball game. This is one of those games like against the, I don't remember who we played. I don't remember who we played. The one at the motor yard with the construction site. That was a pitcher's kind of game. And that's what this one is as well. This other pitcher's pretty good, but Kylie's pretty gooder. Anyway, what I loved about having Gabby at DP especially was I could hit her, and then I could substitute my flex in to run for her if I had to. And Gabby was a successful hitter, again, hitting about 340. And I really put her in positions where she could be very successful, and she was. Like I said, very raw power, meaning she could not surprise you. Come on, dive! Right hit the dive button. Shoot, I have hiccups, so I'm going to have to pause my video. Willie Bacon. Alright, runner on third, less than 2 outs. This is a strikeout situation for Kylie. I don't guarantee I'm going to get a strikeout. This is just something where I don't really want him... There we go. Don't really want him to put it in play unless he pops up or hits a cheapo little ground ball here. So, I'm going to be careful. And this is something I can really do with Kylie. I can spot the ball very well with her. Well, the run scores. Too bad. Okay, first run goes to the Platypi. That was good work on their end. I don't remember how the runner got on, I gotta be honest. I was kind of talking a little too much. Maybe they doubled in the gap. Because the grounder got him to third? Can't remember. Kylie's still throwing strong, though. No problem at all. Still 1-0. And we're getting to the bottom part of their order. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hero Owaglio. I don't even know what that name is. Hero Owagliums. All I know is Kylie does not give up the long ball, and that's the killer for me. Really. You know, I string together hits with my team when I can. I've only gotten 2 hits so far, Paige being one of them. And I don't have to homer to be successful. It seems like when I lose the games, it has to the dagger is really the long ball. And that's because a meatball is pitched, and then when I give up a long ball, then, you know, my mojo goes down and all that kind of stuff. So, I shouldn't have swung. Sorry, Paige. Anyway, so Gabby Morgan, like I said, her best thing she could do was really, when she connected, it went a long way. Or it was just a shot. Something that was hard for the defense to defend. And that was something that was great for her. Didn't walk much. Wasn't necessarily, you know, strike out a couple times, but it was the when she connected kind of thing. Like that. That would be a Gabby Morgan hit. And that was a contact swing for Raya. Off the base of the wall, let's go 2. I want to get that run in this half inning. That would be nice. Good job, Raya. Alright, Monet. These are the people in the lineup really, I really need to do the production for me. Especially off a pitcher like this with good mojo. Junk and accuracy and all that, doing great. I don't need to power swing with her either, but I just feel like I should. I probably mentioned this before. They don't often call that a productive out. They don't often call it a productive out, moving a runner over to third and with the second out, because the runner was already in scoring position to start off that moment. So what you're assuming, and it's obviously not always the case, it hasn't always been the case in this video game, is that a base hit would score a runner from second base just like it would from third base. But there are so many other plays, especially... Hey, I'll count that. Good job. That I have no problem with that. There's so many situations, especially in real softball, and sometimes in this video game, there's so many situations in softball where, and I've probably mentioned this in a previous video, where you can score from third with 2 outs that you wouldn't score from second base. It really starts off with ideas like the wild pitch, the illegal pitch, the infield hit, things like that, and the occasional error. So, you know, keeping that in mind, jeez, Kylie, keeping that in mind, I'd say that was considered to be a productive out, even though Monet's not likely to get an infield hit. Oh my goodness. Even though she's not likely to get an infield hit, a lot of other things have come into play. Plus, she hits the ball so hard to the outfield, and that's really the other thing. Outfielders can play so far in, that if she hits the ball, like not in this game, but just in softball in general, that outfielders play so far in that a base hit, you can't always send a runner home. It's just not going to work. Plus, they lead off after the pitch is released, different things like that. But in this game, a ball can be hit so hard to the outfield, and you know Raya was on second. I don't know if I'm going to send her home with that. So, not necessarily the way that you're looking to score. You know, there are a lot more ways I can score from third here than I can from second. I don't think this game has wild pitches. I don't think I've seen one. I gotta swing it. I gotta start taking until I get a strike, because I haven't scored yet, and I'm fine. I'm fine with what's going on here. I'm not feeling like I'm struggling. Maybe it's just because they are also not. There we go. Maybe it's because they are also not being super successful, but then again, they are facing Kylie. But I sure as heck would love to piece something together. But, you know, I don't feel like I'm struggling. I feel like starting some swing at suspect pitches, and I've squared the ball up pretty hard a couple times, too. I'm fine with only having a few hits here, and I love getting that walk, of course. Oh, they played in on Callista. Look at that. I'm going to get off this bag. Let's just go for it. Go for it. Yeah! That was cool. I've never seen them play in on someone like that. That ball just floated, and Callista with the RBI triple. That is clutch. I just kept going with Julia. I said, you know what? I'm just going to try it. If I get doubled up, I get doubled up. But if I score, now the infield's in. Come on, Kendall. But if I score in that situation, you know, I really wanted to score in that situation. I was just like, all or nothing. Oh, no. Stay in the rundown. Stay in the rundown. Okay, I'm going to send my runner to second while I'm doing this. I'm going to try and send my runner to third next. Go to third. Go to third. Go to third. Okay, I want to talk. No! All right. You know what? No, 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 no. Okay. I'm going to pause for a second. So, this game didn't allow me. I want to talk about this situation. If I could stay in that rundown long enough, I could have sent my runner to third. This game didn't allow me to retreat my leading runner back to third base and allow my other runner to keep going to third base as well, to my trailing runner to advance to third base. Once I retreated my other runner back to third base, it automatically sent my other runner back to second. Now, I'll talk to you about that situation as I kind of play this through. And it's something that it's kind of, I don't know if it's more exploitable in softball. I don't know what it is. It's maybe something that they don't practice enough that I kind of do with my players. All right, even line score. Here we go. This is a ball game. If you are a leading runner in a rundown, and if you can successfully stay in it long enough, you as the trailing runner have a responsibility to attempt to advance as many bases as possible. Hang on, this is their leadoff hitter. I did start her off with a slider in the first at bat. This time she got a little more of one. Oh, I don't have to jump. No! I just stopped short of running. Shoot, that should have been a fly out. Ah! That was on me. Should have been a fly out. I was thinking, do I have to jump? No, I don't have to jump. I'm already there, and I wasn't quite there. Anyway, getting in a rundown, it's a lot harder on video games. Hang on. Yeah, baby! And they didn't tag up. What morons! If you saw one of my games where I talked about why you should tag up on every fly ball with less than 2 outs, or foul fly ball with less than 2 outs, that's why. If that ball drops, it's a foul ball. You have nowhere to go anyway. And I understand they might have baked in some logic in the AI to say, not really sure if it was going to be foul or not. Clearly from the camera view, you guys could tell it was going to be foul. I'm sure most, you know, base coach at third could tell you that that ball's going to be foul. So if you know that a ball's going to be foul in that situation, I'm not going to spend all day talking about it here because I did before, but if you know that a ball's going to be foul, I don't care if I walk him here. I think this guy's pretty good. If you know a ball's going to be foul, tag up. Then they couldn't get to third, and then that ground out they had would have scored that runner, but they never allowed it to. All right, this hitter's hot as well. So I'm just going to pitch carefully. I don't have to throw in the zone, and Kylie just does not make mistakes. I mean, I haven't, ooh, and I've lucked out a couple times too. Sometimes you get pitches like that where it's like, you know, they should have swung, and they should have hammered that, and I don't know. She's really been a lucky wild card for me here. They're going. Bad throw power. That's on me. They've been stealing on me a lot because I have not been able to get that throw off the right way. Still a 1-2 count. Don't have to come back in the zone just yet. Okay. Screwball. Let's backdoor him. Ah, not quite. Full count. Don't have to throw a strike to him still. I'm at 61 pitches. Ah, all right. That's okay. That's okay. Not as good of a hitter. Still a successful hitter, but not one that I'm expecting to clear the bases. Okay. That was good. That was good pitching. Pick your battles. As long as there's an open base, I don't feel like I'm pushing runners over. I'm kind of fine doing that. Anyway, let's go back to the rundown talk, because I know I got enamored by that whole sack fly business thing. Because, well, actually, let me talk about the sack fly thing again. They never scored in that half inning because that runner on second never tagged up on that foul fly ball. If she tags up and goes to third, darn it. If she tags up and goes to third, now that ground out scores her, or him, whoever it was. Now it scores them. Because they didn't tag up, that didn't happen. They ended up going to third on the ground out instead, and then they never scored. Get out of here, Raya! Yeah, baby! Is that a bullpen? Yes! Does that break the tie? 2-1? How many home runs? 12? 12th home run of the season. This is our 14th game. Still trying to get her to that pace. Third home run in 2 games. She might have had, and she had a home run on the game against the Overdogs, and then she had a game break, so she didn't play that other game. Might have come in on defense, I don't know, but she didn't play that other game, so really, in this sense, it's 4 home runs in the last 3 games, maybe even more than that prior to, because I don't know when we played that team. Oh, nice snag. I don't know when we played that team from that Hawaiian stadium, but I think she had 2 home runs in that game as well. So clearly she's just on a tear. She must have had some games where she didn't homer, because I think she had 5 home runs the first 4 games as well. Maybe just the games that I subbed her out. Maybe it's just those. All right, I'm the top of the 7th inning. I'm up 2-1. Kylie's going strong, but she is diminishing here a little bit. I got to consider some changes, especially on defense. Dulce, I'm going to make a defensive change right now, and I'm probably going to go for Jada here. Jada, I'm going to put you in center, Kendall in left. And Callista's made some good snags. She's been okay. Morella probably coming in for Gabby, who I think is pulling an offer. She might have had 1 base hit, but the rest has been an offer. Sophia. Gabby or Sophia. Or excuse me, Morella or Sophia. Let's go. Speed, contact power. Let's go Sophia for this one here. The rest looks good for now, and consider bullpen later. Alyssa's been rested, so she can throw. Maybe even a couple innings if I have to. I don't want her to start in the 7th inning, though. So with the 7, 8, 9 hitters up, I'm really hoping that Kylie can get a good 7 strong, if not more. She's definitely thrown more pitches in this game than she normally does, but that's because I'm just working around hitters in a very crafted way. She's actually getting some of her strikeouts and a lot of weak contact. Can you name me solid contact? There was that one to right field. It should have been a flyout, but there was that one to right field I guess you can call solid contact. Okay, 2-2. Change up, a little low. Too low. They're never going to offer at that. If I wouldn't offer at that, well, oh no. Stay in the yard. Stay in the yard. Oh no. There's 7-hitter homers. Whew. Well. Maybe a little too much plate, but I was at a full count, and I don't want to walk a 7-hitter, so. Second, Lendahan. It's Lendahan, but Lendahan's 2nd home run of the season. Okay, 2-2 tie ball game. We haven't had an extra inning game yet, have we? Or have we? With that game with that walk-off Grand Salami, was that an extra inning game? All right, a couple hits, so Kai, I know you're going to be running a little low on stamina here in a little bit. We are at their 9-hitter. Are they going to pinch hit? They are. Rory Crowds pinch hitting, some power, as long as I don't make a mistake. So Kylie is lowering here. They have good speed out there. You know, I'm just going to throw fastballs for now. If they steal, they steal. Okay, that's in the yard. I hope. Here we go. All right. Don't worry, I'm going to talk back about the rundown situation here again in a second. I want to focus here with Kylie. Yeah, Kitty got that base hit. So they're going to pinch hit Kitty. Interesting. For less speed, they're really trying to gap a ball, it looks like. Stu Burko. I was trying to decide if that means something. Oh, there's only 1 out. I thought there were 2 outs. So interesting that they actually... Oh, here they go. Now they're stealing. Ooh, not enough accuracy, but not enough accuracy. Interesting that they pinch hit then with only 1 out. I figured with 2 outs, they were trying... No. Okay. Don't let him go to 3. Don't let him go to 3. Don't let him go to 3. Okay. All right, Kylie. You were thrown pretty well here, but as we get to there, I'm going to have you face this last batter, and then we got 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to walk him. I don't even know if I can throw around him too much. If they have 3, 4, 5 coming up... All right, Kai. Sorry, I got to take you out, kid. Great game. 6 1/3 innings, but now it's time to go to... This is one of those things where I got to pull all the stops. I'm going to pitch Alyssa here. She might not close out the game, but she is trying to keep this close. So I'm going to pitch Alyssa here. Okay. I think that's fine to put her in this spot in the lineup as well. Pitch Alyssa here and see if I can get a double play. Because Kylie's just, unfortunately, she got fatigued. And after the home run, she got a little bit rattled. So it just caused a little bit. Now we are down. But again, I'm liking how the ego settings have... Ooh! Now it's a strikeout situation for me. I'm liking how the ego settings have really gotten me... Nice! Now I don't need a double play. Have gotten me to this kind of nature. Maybe it's the pitchers I'm facing and stuff as well, but I like these 3-2 ball games too. Not everyone's just, you know, killing it, things like that. This is fun. Dang. Nasty. Stick with the slider one more time. Whew. Alright, they haven't seen a changeup yet. I don't save that for 2 strikes. 2 strikes. Alright. Off speed. Maybe a little too much plate. Oh, just enough plate. That is what I need from Alyssa. Hugh Jacobs. Hugh Jacobs. Reliever. Not a lot of velocity at all. A little bit junk, but I think I can supersede that, override that here. And they are putting in a new fielder. Stu Burko is not set. He was just there for the pinch hitting thing, and he came through. He got the RBI double. The go-ahead run. So he came through. It just, shortstop's not his position. So Charlie Lopez coming in that situation. So, you know, I was questioning their decision to pinch hit for their leadoff hitter. But however, I think it was a leadoff hitter. If there were 2 outs, I wouldn't have questioned it as much. Getting a gapper, or a ball down the line, so to speak, is really important with the runner on first to try and break that tie. And it seems that that's what they did there. All right, Jada, this is a good time to run here. I've been playing aggressive to do that. It's a good time to run. I just want to... Julia walked last time, so I want to see how they're going to throw to her. See a high fastball. Catcher doesn't have a great arm either. Hang on, let's see what he's got. Fastball, slider, curveball. 2-0 count. Maybe I don't steal now because I'm halfway to a walk. You know what I mean? And Julia has a fastball count here. So pitcher doesn't throw hard. Catcher's not a great arm. I can probably steal successfully. But if the 2-0 count, and if a pitch is in my favor with Julia, I want her to hammer it. But if I steal and she hammers a line drive, maybe it's a double play. So I'm not going to steal just yet. 2-1 count, I don't mind. But let's see what I get. Oh, that wasn't a good pitch, but it's a line drive! Just fell. All right, now I'm going to steal. He's throwing only fastballs. I'm expecting a breaking ball now. There's the breaking ball. It's high. Jada's got it. That's no problem. And that was a strike. So 2-2 count. Yes! Jada, can you score? Got it, baby. Tie game. Ugh! And Julia's not very fast. I'm thinking of pinch hitting for Callista or pinch running for Julia. I think I want to put Taylor in this situation, pinch run. And I'm going to put Morella in this situation to pinch hit. Or the other way around. Taylor's a more successful hitter, but she's also the faster one. I want to break the tie with another steal. I'm going to have Taylor pinch run. I'm going to have Morella pinch hit. And POTUS is all that's left there. And Alyssa can hit, so she doesn't have to... I don't have to pinch hit for her. Ooh, I forgot to steal. Oh, high fastball. I'm going to steal right now. Maybe a hit and run if it's a good pitch. That was a pretty good pitch, but I'm taking it for now. Taylor. I might even steal third when there's 1 out. We'll see what comes of this. Depends on... Nope, don't have to. That's good ball. That's good ball. The right fielder has a good arm. Center fielder, nah. Go ahead, run. There we go. All right. I'm afraid of what they can still do here. I'm feeling good with Alyssa on the mound, but I'm just afraid of what can happen the rest of the way. Throwing high fastballs to start. All right. I'm good at taking that. I'm going to bunt, actually. Nope. Not a good pitch to bunt. I kind of have this feeling where when I bunt, it's hard to take a bunt in this game. I don't know why. Bunts are the easiest thing to take in real life, as if you're not so committed into saying I have to bunt any pitch no matter what under the sun. Hey, Alyssa with a 1,000 average, probably a 1-for-1. Don't get to batter too much, but you know what? There we go. Oh, oops. All right, show him who's boss. Is that fall? It's not falling. Let's get back. I have hiccups. I'm probably just nervous. Who else do I want up but Paige? You know what I mean? 1 for 3 with a single. This is kind of one of those, if I gap it, Morel's probably going to score. Again, the same kind of thing that I was feeling with that person who came in for the Platypi, that Stu Baker. He's coming in that situation because a runner on first, if there were 2 outs, a runner on first, you're not banking so much on getting 2 successful hits in a row as much as you are just getting a power hit and driving it in the gap, something like that. All right, Ryan, can you break this open a little bit? That's the question now. Can we let this ego of 92 take care of things? Because this pitcher doesn't throw hard, and he has bad mojo now. He's going to... that was a bad pitch to swing at. All right, I got players in the right position still. Taylor's at third base. Morella is at second base. I have those there. Is there a better place to put some of them, though? I don't think so. I think this is the best I can still kind of put them. Jaro in right. Well, Jaro versus Morella at second base and right field. Let's see who gets the... they both kind of have a deficit of sorts, but how does this look? Oh, Jaro's natural at second base. Morella is still the same right field. This is actually the better combination now. That's good. Okay, Muffin, Studwick. They're 5 hitters, so 5, 6, 7 hitters here. They are down by a run. I'm going to ride Alyssa as long as I can. She threw 9 pitches that last half inning and drained herself a little bit. She might not be able to close out this game, but if push comes to shove and I have to choose a more dominant pitcher versus a more rested pitcher, I'm probably going to stick with Alyssa. But I'll let you know what. This might be a good game to have Bob come in to finish in. He's not fully rested, but if he's more rested than Alyssa, then that's probably worth it to do so. I got to throw a strike here. Anticipated it. I had to throw a strike. Okay. Let me go back because I'm going to forget the next game to talk about it. So let me go back to talking about the rundown thing just to kind of bring it in as a whole. There was a runner on third. There was a ground ball to the first baseman, and I started sending my runner home. Okay, and don't worry, I'm going to pitch again in a second. But I started to send my runner home. They threw to home. I clearly couldn't make it. So instead of running to an out, I said, get in a rundown. Now, naturally, your other runner who was going to first base also probably should be heading to second base. It just seems like the smart play. As long as you're in a rundown, there's no problem with her going to second base. I think most would agree. However, there are a lot of people that might not be... Ooh, no. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, shoot. Hey, that kind of worked. So, sorry, the runner was stealing, so my shortstop started to break over, and I redirected her, and she dove. Almost got a double play. That would have been sweet. Ooh, this girl's on fire, Linda. She's the one who homered. Just kind of pitch around her. Anyway, so it makes sense to have your runner go to second base. Now, does it make sense, if there's a rundown between third and home, does it make sense to send your runner to third base now? Some people who aren't sure, some people who don't know might say, no, that doesn't make any sense. There's a runner between third and home. You're just going to get your runner out that was in a rundown between third and home. Well, what's another word for rundown? Pickle. And what is a pickle all about? You know, if you're in a pickle, you're in a situation. Come on! All right. Oh, no, Alyssa! I thought you could field, kid! Oh, pitcher getting over. PFPs. They got a pinch hit here, huh, for Hugh Jacobs. Oh, and the blown save, if you will. She did what she was supposed to, and, oh, she flubbed it. Tugboat Thomas. Thomas the steam engine, or whatever you call him. Okay. I don't know if they'd steal. They have a pinch hitter up. That means they would have burned someone if they get thrown out. Because they have to put in a new pitcher after this. So I don't think they're going to steal here. I got to throw to Tugboat. I say I got to throw to Tugboat, and I'm not doing too well throwing to Tugboat. Let's go. Get a strike. Why? They swing 3-0 so often. And it's been a gift more than not. Because even if it's a base hit, I mean, it could have been walking them anyway. All right, Walt Huckster is their closer. It seems smart to put their closer in pretty near to now. I don't know how many closers they have, how many relievers they have left here. And I'm probably done with Alyssa. I think she's cooked. I think I got to go to Bob next half inning. Okay, so the rundown between Between, so I got a runner in a rundown between third and home. Should my runner go to third? The answer is actually normally yes. And the reason is because if you're in rundown, you're in a pickle, you're in a situation where you're unlikely to stay safe. Especially in professional sports, you're very unlikely to stay safe. You're likely out. Their priority is still that lead runner they're getting in a rundown. They're not as concerned about you as a trailing runner going to third base, because number one, you're a trailing runner. Well, and number two, you're a trailing runner. You're a trailing runner going to third base, they're more, they want to get the person going to home. So they're more concerned about that. All right, way to walk. I might pinch run here. I got POTUS. Here we go. Can the rest clean up for them? Because Raya can catch after this and POTUS can play first. Let's do it. Let's exhaust everybody. Okay. So anyway, you send your runner to third. And what you're doing when you send your runner to third really is you're saying, look, I'm under the understanding that either you can maybe score here, or you're probably just going to get out. Ball 3, 3-0 count. I might take another pitch here. I'm just kind of in that groove. All right. Quick fastball. Ball 4. I banked on contact so much. I said I'm not going to strike out. If there's one thing I'm not going to do, it's strike out. So I stole banking on contact, saying if she puts it in play, I get a jump start, or she'll walk. And that was clearly ball 4. And I, of course, screwed that up. And they guarded the lines there for Taylor. They don't want to give away the double there. So anyway, so you send her runner to third, and you stand your runner at third. You don't get her close to third, you stand her on third base. And look, it should tell the defense that, look, just tag that other runner out who's in the rundown. She has nowhere else to go but forward or back to a base where somebody already is. With that said, okay, I'm going to put in Bob here, but I can't double switch. So I'll throw Bob for this half inning, and then I'll pinch hit Tony for Bob when I need to do that. Oh, boy. Oh, it wasn't Taylor batting. It was Jada batting. Okay. All right. What can we do? Top of the 9th inning. Anyway, if you're the runner between second and third and you end up standing on third base, there, and you believe that that other runner actually has a solid chance of getting back to third base safely, if you understand that she can get to third base safely, like back to third base, okay, then you abandon third base and you go back to second base. And if they want to get a rundown on you, the trailing runner, that's a blessing to you, because that means now the runner on third can go back and score again. But the general gist of this is this. Nice catch, by the way. I start off, Beefcake. He has a 171 average. Can you believe that? He has tremendous contact and a 171 average. Yes, Bob. Great half inning. Can Bob get the win now? Can Bob get the win? Can we walk it off? They had a runner on third to I had a runner on third to start off that at bat. And I want to end that at bat. If I have to get an out, if I'm willing to give up an out going to home, then I want to get back to where I was with a runner on third again. Because what's the other situation? Sorry, I want to finish this talk so then I can just talk about this game. It might be over very soon. Runner on third, I don't know how many outs there were. Let's say there were no outs. Runner on third, no outs. What I could have done is not sent my runner from third to home, and I would have just gotten out at first. Now I have runner on third, 1 out. Okay, I mean, that's a wasted opportunity, but whatever. If I send my runner from third to home, and if she gets out, now it's probably a runner on first, 1 out. I just went backwards in my situation to score a run. I went from runner on third, no outs, to instead of runner on third, 1 out, I went to runner on first, 1 out. So getting in that rundown, if you know you're going to get out, is very crucial. If you know you're going to score, if you think you have a legit shot, you go ahead and try it, and then you score, and then maybe this runner on first, no outs, and a run scores. But if you think you're going to get out, get in a rundown, but stay in that rundown as long as you possibly can to get that runner over as far as you possibly can. If I can get her to second, and even to third, then I'm back in the situation where I was to begin with. This game didn't allow me to do that. And that's the whole thing I wanted to say. The only way I could have is if I just deliberately ran my girl to third and then ran my other girl home straight into an out, which I'll do next time now that I know the game doesn't let me do it. All right, bottom of the 9th. Let's go ahead and get this started here. Look at this line score. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. I think if you guys have been watching this through and through, you're more excited about this kind of game than any other game. We might go extras, but I got Taylor leading off. I got some good hitters. Taylor, Morella, Kendall, and then Bob's up. But I'm probably going to pinch hit Tony. I don't know yet. Depends on the situation. It really does. Maybe we go 1, 2, 3. Ooh, ball 3. Here we go. You got to take, man. Thank you. Tying run. Or go ahead run on first base. I know that you want me to steal, and that's exactly what they're expecting too. $50 they pitch out the first pitch. No, but they pitched out. You know what I mean? I feel like they're going to pitch out at some point. So, not looking to steal just yet. Now it's more likely I want to, because with Kendall coming up, Bob's on deck. And I don't want to force my own hand here right now. I'd rather see that Kendall can end it before I have to force my own hand. So I'm going to try and steal Taylor here. Look, she's more than maxed out with her stuff, so I think she can make it. I don't think I've been unsuccessful with her so far this season. Yeah, there we go. I might even steal her to third base, all depending. But can Kendall end it? Can Kendall end it? If I were them, I would intentionally walk her. Knowing that I'd have to force my hand to put in pinch hit Tony and take out the hotter pitcher in Bob, who's probably less rested. I don't have any pinch hitters left. I've used everybody. If they were smart, they would intentionally walk Kendall right now. Kendall's run means squat. If Taylor scores, the game's over. Kendall's run means nothing. You intentionally walk this batter all the way. They're not, but that's what you would do strategically in this kind of scenario. And, all right, 2 strikes. Here we go. Hey, yo. If they walk her, you know, I don't care. Oh, darn it. And that's why they don't walk her, because they believe they can get her out. All right, you forced my hand. I can't have Bob here. I gotta pinch hit Tony. Although I do have my 3, 4, 5 hitters. Oh, it's not the true 5. Paige is now in. All right, let's get Tony in this game now. And then Brandon. And then that's all my bullpen. So I think I'm in better shape than them. Plus, I'm the home team. Plus, I can win in this half inning still. Tony hasn't gotten a hit yet this year. It's his time. It's his time. They might walk him, but that's a better situation for me. Paige is a more successful hitter than Tony is. And oh, get through! Oh! We're gonna score! We're gonna score! That's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen! The Bearcats win in walk-off fashion! I don't know if would have they gotten Tony out? Probably. But all things panned out there. I was running on fumes because I pinch hit everybody under the sun and made a silly mistake swinging at that one pitch when I sent Paige over to try and steal. That was on me. That was stupid. But it all worked out. Now hiccups again. All right. It's a good home win. I love that home field advantage. And I think we have another home game after this. So 5-4 victory. Looking good. That was a good matchup. I liked that team. Not my rival. Not compared to the Overdogs. The Overdogs have my number right now. They have my cookie. And I want to get that thing. I want to get that cookie back. Kendall took an 0 for 5 from the leadoff spot. One strikeout. Sorry, I have the hiccups. I'm going to drink some water here. In fact, I might even cut away for 1 second. And we're back. Okay. Hopefully I'm hiccup free now. I just gulped some water down. Now, I said Kendall was 0 for 5, which is, I mean, look, she was 0 for 5. Very cold. But not like everyone was super hot either. Only 10 hits. They got 10 hits as well. Paige and Raya in the right part of the order did their thing. Raya at the home run. No one got more than 1 RBI. Tony drove that 1 run in, got his first hit. He's 1 for 5 on the year. Awesome. I think Bob gets the win though, even though Tony came in a pinch hit and won it for us. RBIs from Julia. I remember that one. Callista's. I don't remember Callista's. And Morella's as well. Morella's was after I stole Taylor, I think, and then I drove her home. Not remembering Callista's RBI. But it might have been a ground out. But that was a fun game. Couple walks. I got 3 walks in that game. Could have had a 4th if I didn't swing at that one pitch. Silly me. I think that was with Jaro batting in that one situation. A couple more offers from Monet and Gabby. They squared the ball up. I think Monet walked once. Gabby squared the ball up a couple times. I think I was just first pitch happy swinging there. And Taylor scored twice, not getting an official at bat. She pinch ran, and then she got a walk. So that was kind of fun. All right, everyone threw well. You got to say everyone threw well, especially even Kylie did. Her ERA went up, but it's hard for it to go down from like 1.13 or whatever it was. And their pitchers threw well as well. Ace Von Acesin, and that Bob with stellar inning. Alyssa getting out of that jam was incredible. This was great stuff. Hopefully they didn't just give Tony the win there. I'm seeing I don't know who got that. Hopefully they gave... Oh, yeah, Bob got the win. I see it. Bob got the win. All right, that was a great game. Julia's on the board there. 1 for 2 RBI. Great game there. Loved that one. Got another, I think, one more home game coming up here before we got 2 games on the road. And I'm going to tell you who we're going to face next, so look forward to that game when it gets uploaded. But until I see that next game that we're going to play, that will do it for this one. I sure hope you're enjoying this series. 92 ego seems to really work out here. I did like that. We should be hurting teams a little more than not sometimes. All right, we're playing the Nemesis next. Izzy's on the mound. We're going to face a pitcher named Marshmallow. How soft and sweet. All right, so that ought to do it for me here. This is Ben Robinson signing off. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching.